Hi, welcome to Senior Stretch and Balance, where we'll make you feel young again. I'm Brendan,
Size.
and today we'll be focusing on developing balance and flexibility. But before we get into it, let's talk about the importance of balance and flexibility. Imbalance goes along with injury for older individuals, but building balance through structured exercise can help prevent falls altogether, or at least prevent falls that lead to broken bones or serious injury. Exercises that improve flexibility will give you better blood circulation and build muscle in areas to help support your body and making movements easier. Flexibility can also improve your posture, which reduces strain on your spine and core muscles, while also eases related pains.
Before we start, some safety tips. Always confront your doctor or ask them if you're able to participate before any exercise programs.
It's also important to listen to your body, and if you ever feel lightheaded, dizzy, or sharp pain, or something hurts, you should stop and sit down if you're standing.
So today, we're gonna have a 3 to 5 minute warm up, followed by a 20-25 minute workout, focusing on flexibility and balance. After that, you'll have a cool down, about 3 to 5 minutes as well.
Tyus and I will be there the entire time, demonstrating the movements as well as showing modified ways if you have any restrictions or disabilities.
All right, so first, after the warm up, we're gonna start with a neck routine where you just push your head back, push it forward, push it left, and push it right. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Be sure to try and get a 2-second hold in between. Make sure you stretch it out real good. For our next workout, we're going to do some shoulder rolls. So it's just pretty simple. You're just rolling them forward for about 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Make sure you loosen up, that range of motion going. For about 15 more seconds, you will go backwards. Good. So our third warm up will be the arm circles. Basically, just spread your arms, go tiny circles for about 15 seconds. 15 seconds. No matter how fast you go, no matter how slow you go, just tiny circles. Then you go backwards.
Next up, we have the open and close hands. So what we're doing is opening and closing our hands for 30 seconds. Next, we have the torso twist. Gonna grab your elbows. You're going to twist from one side to the other. 30 seconds. Great. For our last two movements, we have a modified version and a normal version. So for the modified version, Tyus here will demonstrate a seated leg curl or a heel drag. If you don't need to be sitting down and you can stand up, if you need the support, grab onto a chair and bring your heel up to the ceiling. 30 seconds, 15 seconds each leg. Now switch. And then our last movement of the warm-up are ankle circles. So from the standing position, put my foot out, and I'll just draw circles with my toes. Try and go both directions, 15 seconds each leg. Remember, it's okay to use assistance or a chair to keep your balance. This is just the warm-up. Switch. Now that we've gotten through the warm-up, we're ready to move on to our exercises, focusing on balance and flexibility.
Now for the workout, we'll start with ankle sways. We'll go clockwise and counterclockwise for 30 seconds each. So basically, you stand here and you just rotate in a circle on the ankles. Just go in a circle.
If you can't stand, this is a modified version to help yourself using a chair or a walker or a cane, anything that you can put some of your body weight on.
Always go at your own pace.
So the next exercise is ankle sways, but instead of moving in a circular motion, we're going to move forward, back, left, and right. So for the first movement, we're going to go forward and back, and we're going to do that for 30 seconds. Ready?
Don't be afraid to get on the heel, the balls of your heels and the balls of your toes as well. You can.
Now we're going to start moving from left to right. Remember to use assistance if you need with a walker, cane, or a chair. You don't want anyone to get hurt.
Alright, so for this next exercise, we'll do something we call the shoulder shrug. So if you can, grab your weight. I'm using 5 pounds. He's using 8 pounds. If you can't, then you can still do it. So you'll be here for 30 seconds at your own pace. I wouldn't rush it. Just here.
Next up, we have a movement called ankle pumps. So for this movement, you'll be seated down and you're going to extend your leg and then point your toe and then bring it back. Point your toe and bring it back. So 30 seconds each leg. He's doing the standing version. If you can't stand, then the seated version is just as good.
30-second rest. Just stay loose. Keep the legs out a little bit. Snap your shoulders. Alright, so next we have leg extensions. He's going to do the modified version, so I'll show you that first. You just want to straighten out your leg as much as possible and just extend it back and forth. The version I'm doing is a little more advanced. You just stand down as far as you can. Some people can get up here, some people can't. It's cool. Just extend for about 30 seconds.
Give me that hold. Give me that hold.
You can also use something to
Give me that hold.
help
Give me that hold.
balance.
Give me that hold. Give me that hold. Give me that hold. Give me that hold.
Next up we have toe stand. So I'll be doing the modified version, Tyus will be doing the advanced version. Modified version, essentially going to scoot up in your chair, put some of the weight on your toes, you're just gonna stand on your toes. You're gonna hold this for 15 seconds, take a 10-second rest, and then do that 3 times.
Also use something to hold on to. Make sure you don't fall as well. Next, we're going to just jump right into the next one, which is a one-legged stand. And do we have a modified version? Which is will represent
The modified version.
modified version.
Using a chair or a cane or a walker for assistance, just gonna bring your leg up and hold it there.
Mine is not the modified version, but you can still use something just in case. Make sure you're controlling your breathing as well.
Now we'll switch. Next up we have something helping with balance, and it's going to be a little bit weird, but you're going to pair up with a partner and going one at a time. One person is going to put their finger in front of the other's face, and you're going to move up, down, left, and right. The job of the other person in the partnership is to, while not moving their head, allow their eyes to follow the finger. And your goal is to do this as many times as you can for 60 seconds straight. So it'll look something like this. Notice how he's not moving his head, but only his eyes. After 60 seconds, switch with your partner, and then after that movement, we'll move into something called forward and backward steps. So The movement is exactly how it sounds. If you need to, you can grab something to assist you. If not, all you're doing is stepping forward, stepping back. Stepping forward, stepping back. Remember, it's important to know your body. If you need the help or the assistance, you use it. Because if you can't do a movement, you shouldn't. It's important that we stay healthy and not push ourselves too hard.
Also, be sure to switch up your lead foot every time you go. Every time you step. Next one is side steps. It's the same thing as the forward and backward steps. Just going sideways now. Step out, step in. Step out, step in. And be mindful of others in your area.
Just like the last movement, if you need assistance, then use it. For our last movement, something called a wood chop. I'll demonstrate the modified version and Ty's will demonstrate the more advanced version. But from the seated position, you put your hands together like you have an axe. You'll come all the way up to the top and slash all the way down. Switch directions. Remember when you get to the top to try and twist and open up as much as possible. And then when you come down, come all the way down. Slow down, you can slow down. If you need to speed up, you can also speed up.
Go ahead, have a seat. We'll start with the flexibility, and we'll start with what we call the elbow backs. Basically, you want to lock your fingers. Control your breathing. Let your body stretch. You should feel it mostly in here, in your shoulders. And anywhere else. 30 seconds.
Okay, next up we have a hamstring stretch. So I'm going to be demonstrating the assisted version. So you stand up, have your chair in front of you. You're going to just put your heel on the chair, try and extend your knee, and you're just going to bend over and try and touch your toes. You can't touch your toes, just try and get as close as you can to them. We're going to do this for 30 seconds each leg.
And done. Just take a second, stretch out before we move on to the next exercise. Make sure you loose.
Go ahead and sit back down.
So the next exercise will be the knee stretch. So basically, just be seated. Maybe you come up, grab a hold on to something if you need to, and just stretch them out. Hold for about a 10-second count. We'll do it 3 times. Rest for a 5 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back up. Rest for another 5 count. We got one more.
Next up, we have a side twist, but really want to focus on the stretch. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our opposite hand. So we're moving to the right, stretching to the right. We get our opposite hand and we're going to grab our knee, and then we're just going to twist. Once you feel the stretch, go ahead and stop. We're going to hold this for 15 seconds. Now the other side, remember opposite hand, opposite knee, and then just pull, stop when you feel the stretch.
Remember to not go past your limits. Go as far as you can comfortably. So the next one we have is a hip stretch. Which before we do it, I just wanted to say that you shouldn't push hard or past some limits because you can injure yourself. But we'll start here, just if you can. Bear with us. You put your leg up, and just lightly push on your knees. We'll hold for about a 15 count. Rest for about a 5. You should feel it. You should feel it pretty good. Rest for 5 count. Then we'll back up. About 15 count. And then we'll go to the other leg. Down. We got one more. Back up.
Next up, we have a glute stretch. So again, this is a harder movement depending on your own body. So what we're gonna try and do is we're gonna move up a little bit in our chair. We're gonna start with the right leg. So we're gonna grab right below the knee. We're gonna try and pull our knee to our chest. And you just need to stop wherever the event is tight and it starts to feel uncomfortable. Know your limits. If you can grab lower on your leg. Try and get it up higher and really feel that stretch. I'm just gonna hold it here for 15 seconds. Relax, shut out. Go back to the same leg. Remember, grab a little knee and pull as high as you can. Seconds.
Give me that hope. 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 Give me that hope.
Now our last movement is a neck stretch. So what you're gonna do, we're gonna stretch the left side. We're gonna get our right hand over and around our head. Grab it. That wraps up our flexibility portion of the exercise. We will now be moving forward into the cool down.
So for our cool down part, we're just gonna start out with just a standing still and marching in place for about 45 seconds. So on my count, we'll go 3, 2, 1, go. Just march. Don't be afraid to get those knees up too. You can just do what you can.
Try and follow the beat of the music if you can. If that's too fast, you can always slow down. Do is a calf stretch. So I'll be doing the unmodified version and Ty's here will do the modified version. Unmodified version, we're going to start out with our feet right next to each other, and then we're going to take a step forward while also making sure that our back leg's heel is on the ground. And then all we're going to do is lean forward until we feel the stretch in our calves. We're going to do this for 15 seconds. Switch. 15 more seconds. Really simple. Just take your arm, bring it as far as you can across. I'm doing the regular version where you can just pull it. So for somebody who can't reach over and pull it, you can probably just pull it over and just rest it. Just let it rest with no resistance. So we'll do that for maybe 15 seconds each side. Don't overdo it. If you can't go, don't go. Finally finish off today's workout and cool down with some dynamic breathing. So for those of you who haven't seen it before, dynamic breathing, all we're going to do is we're going to breathe but also move. We're going to take a 5-second inhale and 5-second exhale. So 5 seconds in, 1, 2, 5, and then 5-second exhale. 3. And we got that. 4 more times. everyone. Thank you for joining us for Senior Stretch and Balance. We are so happy that you guys wanted to work on your balance and flexibility. Just remember that it's important to incorporate the exercises and movements we did today in your daily life, whether that be you doing them once a day, twice a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week. Any sort of steps you take to improve your balance and flexibility means you're improving your overall health, which leads to a longer and healthier, more exciting life.